world where the mind is constantly bombarded by thoughts, the teachings of Gama Buddha invite us on a transformative journey to quiet the relentless noise in our heads. Overthinking is a common struggle, leading to stress, anxiety, and a sense of being overwhelmed. But through Buddha's wisdom, we can find 10 invaluable strategies to free our minds from excessive rumination. The art of mindfulness. Imagine a serene stream flowing gently without obstruction. This stream symbolizes mindfulness, a state where you focus entirely on the present moment. In mindfulness, you direct your attention to what is happening right now, to what you are sensing and experiencing, without the interference of judgment or interpretation. Just as the stream flows smoothly without being hindered by fallen branches or accumulated silt, your mind, when in a state of mindfulness, flows calmly, free from the clutter of scattered and random thoughts. By practicing mindfulness, you observe your thoughts objectively, without labeling them as good or bad. Instead of letting life pass by unnoticed, mindfulness allows you to live fully in the present moment, free from worries about the past or concerns about the future. Mindfulness is not just a technique to reduce stress and anxiety, it's a way to connect more deeply with life. By training your mind to focus, like the gentle stream, you can escape the relentless current of overthinking, bringing clarity and peace to your mind. As a result, you experience life more fully and savor each moment with greater depth and presence. Observe your thoughts. Picture your thoughts as strands in a complex web. Each strand represents a thought or pattern that can easily entangle you if you get too caught up in it. However, by practicing mindful observation, you can step back and view this web from a distance. Instead of getting lost in the web of your thoughts, you simply observe them without becoming entangled. This detachment allows you to see the structure and connections within your mind more clearly. By not labeling your thoughts as good or bad, you create a space where you can understand your mental processes better. When you observe your thoughts in this way, it's like watching clouds pass by in the sky. You acknowledge their presence, but you don't become them. This practice gives you a sense of clarity and control, enabling you to navigate through your thoughts with ease and insight. By understanding the nature of your thoughts without getting caught up in them, you free yourself from the mental labyrinth that once confined you. The middle way overthinking often pushes us towards extremes, either obsessing over our thoughts or trying to forcefully suppress them. However, the middle way, a central teaching in Buddhism, guides us to find balance in our mental processes. The middle way teaches us not to cling too tightly to our thoughts, nor to aggressively push them away. Instead, it encourages a balanced approach, where we observe our thoughts with a sense of detachment, without becoming overly involved or trying to eliminate them entirely. Imagine walking a tightrope where you must maintain equilibrium. Just as you wouldn't lean too far to one side, the middle way suggests avoiding the extremes of overindulgence in your thoughts or harshly suppressing them. Instead, you allow your thoughts to exist without becoming attached to them, observing them as they come and go. This practice fosters a mental state of balance and calm, where you neither get swept away by the whirlpool of overthinking nor struggle against your thoughts in an effort to silence them. By following the middle way, you cultivate a peaceful coexistence with your thoughts, leading to a more serene and mindful existence. Release your grip on attachments. Holding on too tightly to your thoughts can easily trap you in the cycle of overthinking. When we cling to our thoughts, we give them more power than they deserve, allowing them to dominate our minds and weigh us down. Buddhism teaches the importance of releasing our attachments, including the attachment to thoughts themselves. It's essential to recognize that thoughts are temporary by nature. They come and go like passing clouds in the sky. By acknowledging their impermanence, you can let them pass without allowing them to define you or control your emotions. Imagine your thoughts as leaves floating on a stream. Instead of grabbing onto them and letting them drag you into the water's current, you simply watch them float by, knowing they will eventually drift away. This perspective allows you to experience your thoughts without becoming overwhelmed by them. By practicing this mindful detachment, you free yourself from the mental burdens that come with overthinking. You learn to be present in the moment, no longer weighed down by the past or anxious about the future. This release brings a sense of clarity and peace, enabling you to navigate your life with a lighter mind and a more balanced state of being. Cultivate compassion. Overthinking often arises from a place of worry, fear, and self-criticism. When we repeatedly dwell on our perceived flaws, mistakes, or anxieties, it's easy to become trapped in a negative mental loop. However, by practicing compassion, especially self-compassion, you can begin to quiet that critical inner voice and create a more nurturing and supportive mental space. Compassion, in this context, means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a dear friend. Instead of harshly judging yourself for your thoughts or emotions, acknowledge that it's okay to feel worried or afraid. This gentle acceptance helps to break the cycle of overthinking by replacing self-criticism with self-care. Imagine your mind as a turbulent sea, with overthinking acting as a storm churning the waters. Compassion is the calming breeze that begins to settle the waves, bringing peace and clarity. When you practice self-compassion, you're essentially saying to yourself, "It's okay to feel this way. Let's take care of this together." By cultivating compassion, you create a mental environment where you can approach your thoughts with understanding rather than judgment. This shift in perspective not only quiets the critical inner voice, but also fosters a sense of inner peace. As you become more compassionate towards yourself, your mind becomes a kinder, more nurturing place, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. Practice patience. Overthinking is often driven by the urge to resolve every problem and answer every question immediately. This impatience fuels mental chaos, leading to a state where thoughts race uncontrollably, creating stress and confusion. However, by practicing patience, you can step back from this urgency and allow your thoughts to settle naturally. Patience in this context means giving yourself permission to take things one step at a time. It's about understanding that not every thought needs to be acted upon or solved right away. Just as muddy water becomes clear when left undisturbed, your mind also gains clarity when you allow your thoughts to settle on their own. Imagine your mind as a jar filled with muddy water. When you shake it, the water becomes clouded and murky, making it difficult to see anything clearly. But if you set the jar down and give it time, the sediment begins to settle and the water clears. This is what patience does for your mind. It creates the space for clarity and peace to emerge naturally without forcing a solution or rushing the process. By embracing patience, you release the pressure to have everything figured out immediately. You allow your thoughts to unfold at their own pace, trusting that in time, clarity will come. This practice not only reduces the stress of overthinking, but also cultivates a sense of calm and balance in your life, helping you to approach challenges with a more composed and thoughtful mindset. Simplify your life. A cluttered life often leads to a cluttered mind, where the overwhelming amount of tasks, responsibilities, and possessions can fuel overthinking. Simplifying your life, both in your physical environment and in your commitments, can create a mental space that fosters serenity and clarity. Start by decluttering your physical surroundings. Imagine your home and workspace as reflections of your mind. When these spaces are filled with unnecessary items, they can distract and overwhelm you, contributing to mental clutter. By removing what you don't need and organizing what remains, you create an environment that promotes calm and focus. But simplification goes beyond just physical spaces. It extends to your commitments and daily routines. Overcommitting yourself can lead to stress and anxiety as you try to juggle too many responsibilities at once. By prioritizing what truly matters and letting go of tasks or activities that don't align with your values or goals, you free up mental energy that can be better used for meaningful pursuits. Think of your life as a garden. If it's overgrown with weeds and unnecessary plants, it becomes chaotic and unmanageable. But when you prune away the excess, the essential plants have room to grow, flourish, and bring beauty to your garden. Similarly, by simplifying your life, you allow your mind to focus on what truly matters, reducing the noise and distractions that lead to overthinking. In this simplified state, your mind finds the space it needs to relax, reflect, and be present. It's in this space of simplicity that you can cultivate a sense of inner peace, making it easier to navigate life's challenges with a clear and focused mind. Engage in meditation. Meditation is a powerful tool for managing overthinking by helping you focus away from the constant noise in your mind and directing your attention toward a single point of concentration. Through regular practice, meditation trains your mind to maintain calm and control over your thoughts. Imagine meditation as a way to turn down the volume on the cacophony of mental chatter. When you meditate, you choose a focal point, whether it's your breath, a mantra, or a calming image, and gently guide your mind back to this point whenever it starts to wander. This practice helps to break the cycle of overthinking by redirecting your attention to a single, calming focus. Over time, meditation enhances your ability to observe your thoughts without getting entangled in them. As you continue practicing, you develop a greater sense of control and tranquility. Your mind becomes less susceptible to the whirlwind of unnecessary thoughts, and you cultivate a stable mental environment where clarity and peace can thrive. Visualize your mind as a turbulent sea with waves of overthinking crashing around. Meditation acts like a steady lighthouse, guiding you to a serene harbor. Each session of meditation strengthens your ability to maintain this inner calm, allowing you to navigate life's challenges with a more centered and balanced perspective. By engaging in meditation regularly, you create a foundation for lasting mental peace and resilience. The practice not only helps you manage overthinking, but also enriches your overall well-being, leading to a more mindful and fulfilling life. Focus on helpful thoughts. Directing your attention towards thoughts that are beneficial to yourself and others is crucial for managing overthinking and fostering a positive mental landscape. By consciously choosing to engage with thoughts that uplift and support, you create a more constructive and harmonious mental environment. Imagine your mind as a garden where different thoughts are like seeds. Some seeds grow into vibrant, healthy plants, while others may become weeds that can choke out the beneficial growth. By focusing on helpful thoughts, such as those of kindness, compassion, and gratitude, you plant seeds that nurture a positive and thriving mental landscape. When you intentionally direct your attention to thoughts that contribute to your well-being and that of those around you, you enhance your overall mood and outlook on life. These positive thoughts can motivate you, inspire creativity, and strengthen your connections with others. They replace harmful or unproductive thoughts, such as anger, envy, or worry, that often lead to stress and mental clutter. Consider this practice as a daily exercise in mental gardening. Regularly sift through your thoughts, gently removing those that do not serve you, and cultivate those that bring joy and purpose. This proactive approach not only reduces the space available for overthinking, but also enriches your life with a sense of fulfillment and positivity. By focusing on helpful thoughts, you create a mental space where positivity can flourish, leading to greater inner peace and resilience. This practice aligns with the core principles of mindfulness and compassion, guiding you toward a more balanced and harmonious state of mind. Embrace impermanence. Embracing impermanence is a profound way to manage overthinking and find peace amidst the ever-changing nature of life. Recognizing that everything, including your thoughts, is in constant flux helps you let go of the need for control and accept the natural ebb and flow of your mental and emotional states. Think of impermanence as the natural rhythm of life. Just as the seasons change and the tides ebb and flow, so do your thoughts and feelings. By accepting that change is an inherent part of existence, you can release the struggle to cling to fixed ideas or outcomes. This acceptance allows you to approach your thoughts and emotions with a sense of detachment and tranquility. When you embrace impermanence, you understand that no matter how intense or overwhelming a thought or feeling may seem, it is temporary and will eventually pass. This perspective helps you avoid getting stuck in a cycle of overthinking. As you learn to observe your thoughts without attaching undue significance to them, visualize your thoughts as clouds drifting across the sky. They may come and go, but the sky remains vast and clear. By accepting the transient nature of your thoughts, you create mental space where peace and clarity can emerge. You no longer need to control or suppress your thoughts, but can simply let them flow naturally, finding comfort in their impermanent nature. Embracing impermanence fosters a sense of ease and resilience, allowing you to navigate life's ups and downs with greater equanimity. It helps you cultivate a more balanced and peaceful mindset, where you can appreciate the present moment without being overwhelmed by the relentless pursuit of control. Through these strategies, inspired by Buddhist teachings, we can break free from the cycle of overthinking, reduce stress and anxiety, and cultivate inner peace. By integrating these practices into our daily lives, we not only find solace, but also contribute to a kinder, more empathetic world.